we are on Culture Kitchen. I am so fired up because I have the one and only Irauka. He's a poet, writer, and creative. And we're about to have a very awesome conversation. You get karibu sana manze.
Asante Kev.
How you doing, bro?
I am fantastic. Wewe?
I'm chilling, bro. Yani I couldn't wait for Friday.
When you say Friday
Be dangerous. Okay. See ati Friday dunda. I just want to relax, man. Me as a millennial, right now I don't have that kind of energy kakitambo. You know what I mean? I just want to, relax at home, do a lot of nothing, read a book or two.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Question, what book are you currently reading?
Oh man, I'm reading a lot of books, bro. I'm reading a ton of books. And that's a very good question. I'll give you like a list, manze. Yeah? But yeah, I mean, it depends. I don't know, man. Like I'm all over the place. I've got like a library. Yeah, so let me see, which book am I reading now? There's one called Creative Magic. That one is like my Bible.
Okay.
Mastery Robert Greene. Because as a creative, I need somebody to put me on check. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
But it's good to see you, bro. Are you a reader as well?
Yes, I am. Although currently I am not reading anything.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on like a reading sabbatical is what I would call it. I find myself getting into things with seasons.
Oh, nice.
So currently I'm in like consuming media, like mostly visual media. And when I say visual media, mostly like movies and series. Like I'm consuming them like a black hole.
You're all over the place.
Yeah. So I'm not reading as much, and my reading is mostly precipitated by commute when I commute, and haven't been commuting for a while.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You're also a writer, basically. Like, have you got like a book or something?
No, I do not.
Do you see yourself writing a book one day?
When I was younger, yes.
Yeah.
But now I don't know what the book would say. Because when I was young, I used to think I would like publish page poetry and have it outside by now. Like I thought like by now I would have like a book out.
Yeah.
And then I realized people don't read poetry like that. So I don't. So that, and like at the time, I really felt like I wanted to be heard. At that time when I thought I'd be published, there was even like a short thing that I had applied for, like have you ever heard of Kwani?
No.
So Kwani with Kwani, then with a question mark.
Yeah.
The Kwani Trust. Have you heard of Kwani Trust?
No, I haven't.
So they used to deal in. I'm going to explain this so badly.
No, it's okay, bro. No pressure.
Yeah, but they used to deal in like literature, and they used to compile anthologies of Kenyan authors. People used to submit. They used to also have open mic nights.
Oh, that's nice.
Like monthly. Yeah, and then they stopped. So like at the time, that was around 2015.
Oh.
Yeah, around 2015, 2016. That around that time is when I had hopes of publishing, and I was even looking into avenues, and then nguvu ikanitoka.
It's fine,
right?
Yeah.
So this is something really old, but it's one of my favorite pieces. Maybe in a world where the stars are jealous of the shine in our eyes, we had a chance. Here, I'm not into hip-hop, I'm into trance, and when the beat drops, I let loose and dance like a man possessed. Because I don't give an F, I sell them. And you are my biggest buyer, like in Pretty Woman. That's how we'd hook up, but we'd call ours Pretty Ugly Man. As you'll be drawn to me like a fly is to a heap of garbage. And you'll seem drawn to me like perfectly sketched image. Too good to be true, so I'll pierce myself through and through just to make sure I'm not dreaming. A pinch or two would simply not be enough to confirm this feeling.
Nice.
So, it's about lost love, and after you are in a relationship, and then you lose the person, and then unajipata ukijuliza, maybe if I did this, or maybe if this happened, I would still have you in my arms. Or maybe if we didn't ever meet, the maybes you ask yourself after a relationship, and you try to rationalize it ending. Like, what could you have done different? Should it have ended? Was it even serving you?
Wow.
Yeah. And the fact that everything, things come to an end. One realization that really makes me sad, but also hopeful, is that everything ends.
It's so sad, bro.
Everything ends. Even the person you love, one day they will either die, you will die, or you'll just not talk to each other. Everything ends, and it's the finality of life is so. It's something that weighs on me in the back of my mind from time to time. Yeah. So I grew up in Umoja.
Nice.
Like all my life up until I went to uni, and uni I went to JKUAT, but I'm being ahead of myself. So growing up in Umo, I went to school in a public school, Busara. It's still there from pre-unit to class 8.
Wow, consistency.
Yeah. Nikiwako hivyo, I think in school, in primary, I gained a very big love of literature, from just the small poems and passages that you used to find in like the textbooks. Before now the exercise, before the questions. There's a poet, I forget his second name, but he's somebody. He was a very prominent, Kenyan, very prominent poet in those books, and just the worlds that I could escape in the stories. I remember there's the ghost of Garbatula. I can't remember what the story is about, but I read that book when I was in class 5, and it was such a magical experience. It's the pictures the author paints were so vivid, and looking back now, then I realize kuna vile I really wanted to. I was looking for like such things, such escapism, because I also realized I'm very heavy into like escapism.
Oh, that's interesting.
So like most of the media I consume, I don't consume like live media or media about what is currently happening.
Like the news.
Like the news. I consume like art, because I enjoy art. If I could, I would dedicate all my life to just art. So that's a very layered question. I think I would it's from when I started writing poetry. I started writing poetry in high school. So just a little backstory before I give the answer. I started writing poetry because a friend of mine, I discovered a book of his that had written poetry. And I asked him, hey, yo, Bruce, by the way, like, did you write this? And he's like, yeah, I wrote these poems. I'm like, I was mind blown, because at the time, I was so enamored with Shakespeare. And like, actually the works of Shakespeare, and then stand on nikadiscover, now my friend akona a book ile ameandika poems. I'm like, Bruce, you're the one who wrote these? He was like, yeah, I'm the one who wrote this. I felt so challenged, because at the time I was so into writing compositions and stories. I thought I'd even go into like writing fiction, but the poetry thing was like, it's something, because I've always loved hip hop as well.
Nice.
Because hip hop is,
me too.
So I got into like my research mode in a library, scoured the poetry books that we had. The school I was in, Chogoria Boys, so the library wasn't that filled, but it had like Shakespeare, works of Shakespeare. It had some there's this book, East African Poets. It's a book about East African poets, a collection. So when I read through, I found out Bruce had not written the poems in the book. He had just
Wow. Are you serious? He actually copied.
Yeah, he had like copied that. And I called him. I was like, yo, what do you mean? And he was like, yeah, Zidane inspire. Or like, and then he showed me like a few he had tried to write. And then from then on, that's when I started writing. So initially, I used to write as a form of release. Like it was even like no, actually at first it was as a form of art. Like when I started writing, I started trying to see if I can write poetry.
Yeah.
So once I realized I can write poetry per se, because who really can tell you if you can write poetry, you know? But once I realized I can write poetry, it became I felt like a conduit, because it would. Sometimes it feel like words would come to me and I'm not near like a book, because back then I'm in high school, I don't have a phone. So I'd rush to class because I need to write it down, because if I don't write it down, then it will go. You know, the idea will go.
Yeah.
So it came from wanting to study the art, then self-expression, then now later on, I more often than not, like currently, I write to find myself. Because I feel like there's so much I don't know about myself and how I relate to people. And when I write, there are things that come from the subconscious that when I sit back and read, I'm like, oh, okay. Like I get to see some, I get to have some realizations. But most of my writing is very questioning, because I feel like I don't know. I don't even if I know that I don't know.
So you're curious when you write, huh?
Yes.
Let me ask you, so far, what have you discovered about yourself the more you write?
One thing I've discovered is I feed off people's energy, but also I'm comfortable with being alone. Like there are periods I have gone, months where the only interaction I've had is with like close friends, and I haven't, because I really enjoy going out to events, because that's part of how I feed my soul.
Oh, interesting.
I feel art can cure us all, you know. So that connection that I know people give, that I get from people, and the energy they give me, because sometimes when I'm by myself, I don't have the verve for life as per se, you know. I'm content with just being. Yeah, but when I interact with people, I realize, you know, there's more to this life thing, and I know there's more to this life thing, but you know, it's something I need to constantly remind myself. Myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I find it interesting, I find it interesting that we have the need to classify ourselves by our geographical. Where we find ourselves geographically, you know. I'm African because I found myself in Africa. I'm Kenyan because I found myself in Kenya. You know, the only things in terms of being African or Kenyan, I wouldn't say I know what it is to write from that perspective, because I don't have a view of writing from any other perspective.
Right.
You know, so like even when someone says, like vile tu umesema, like you're an African creative. I am an African and a creative, but I'm not saying I'm not an African. Certainly, I'm not throwing out that away, but it's not an identity that influences my writing. I'm writing this because I am an African, and this is what Africans do. Yeah. I'm an African because I am in Africa and I was born in Africa. You know,
right? Yeah.
That's the only I can best put it, I guess.
Yeah.
I would say the fear of authority, because it's something that's like was instilled in most of us from a very young age. It's something that I've been trying to fight for a very long time. One way I've been trying to fight it is my perception in society. So for a long time, I had grown out my hair and like into like freeform locks. I know it doesn't sound like much of a resistance, but like it's the being told you have to fit in a box and trying not to be in the box and being comfortable in not being in that box, you know. With the writing, cause like Nikki bring up the protests that have been happening. As someone who writes, I have written about such sentiments, but I wouldn't say I wrote them. I wrote such sentiments during the protest. I wrote them way before the you know, like such sentiments of dissent and being dissatisfied, but like you also think of generally like, one of the reasons I stopped going to the protests, like I saw people being shot. You know, it shakes you to your core, and you want to, like, I personally want to say that before like all these protests happened, I used to think I'm one of those people who would be like frontline, let's go, you know.
Yeah.
But you sit down and you wonder the things that you are scared to lose, are they even worth not going to fight for? You know?
Yeah.
And then the people who are going to fight for these things, does it mean that their lives are worthless? You know, it's
true.
not.
It's
you know,
true.
so it's a constant fight for me.
I understand what you're saying, man. It's crazy, yeah. So
it tells me that wamechoka, and the fact that they've also been awake their lives to see that the current system isn't working.
Yeah.
And we need an overhaul. Sasa swali ni, what kind of overhaul are we going to do? You know, because I feel we can't say tunatoa the elected officials and then to other elected officials like in the same system.
Yeah.
We need like a complete overhaul. But I don't know how that looks like. You know, it's something we need to sit and collectively think about it, you know, and rethink how we see leadership in, not even in our country, leadership as a whole, you know, leadership of a society. How do we want the society progress? Vile, unaona, just a few, because we are the ones who give these people the power, you know? And it's minafraya sana that wase like, as in sifraya ati people are dying, but I'm very happy that people are standing up and have the courage, you know, because it takes a lot of courage to stand up to injustice.
But let me
maybe power corrupts, vile watu husema, but pia maybe we also as the people need to curtail the power that we give the leaders.
Yeah.
And then sasa wakiingia tusiwache wajiongeze more power, because like what Mama Suluhu is doing, you know, she knows it's wrong. I think, you know, watu wanakufa, and vile tu muuliza like what is it with East African leaders and power. I ask myself, if I was in that position and
of leadership
and felt all that power,
would
I be the same? Would it actually change me? Is it something that is fundamentally wrong with all of us that we need to address? Or it's like a crime of opportunity. You know, like Ilya, you see, now that I have this, I'm not sure if I'll ever have it again.
It's true.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've had that saying in like during election periods where unasikia wanasema huyu mtu anasema akiingia ule aliingia kaiba tu juu alikuwa anaogopa atapata kura tena, and you thinking, so the point of them running for an office wasn't to actually serve the public, you know. It was to feed themselves. I honestly think we need to change the system, how we view the system.
What's the system? What are you talking about, the system?
Like unakama vile tumesema, you haven't said that the leaders, the youth that are going to come up with like a different system where we don't have a president, we have a committee. Or we don't have a committee, we have like
a monarchy
or like we have like what's it called, small committees that make up like,
the presidency, like it's a bunch of people.
It's a bunch of people, you know.
Oh, interesting.
I feel like the current vile imesetiwa up, it has been set up so that pia watu pia wanataka there's something with humanity, and like we are both satisfied, but one of us will feel more satisfied if they have more than the other. You know, it's not that what they have doesn't suit them. It's just that they want more so that they can feel better about themselves, and they feel better about themselves because they know there are people who have less.
Right.
So I feel that thinking also needs to change, you know, and also looking at it pia too just from sisi wananchi wenyewe. how many times ukitembea tao, because hata mimi nikitembea tao, I've done it before, I do it. How many times do you blind yourself to the street urchins, people on the people by the corner, like, and yes, you've had, I don't know if you've had stories of these people have been put there to make money, you know. I don't know how true that is, but also there's something that eats at me. Like, I want to help, but I'm also thinking, am I truly helping, or am I giving to someone else who has put this person here to earn money? You know, there's so much rot that we have that we need to cut out before we can say that
okay, let me
will change.
I understand what you're saying, bro.
I want to say I'm not sure, because I haven't, from on a one-to-one level, I haven't interacted with the youth. Although when I say that, and someone mtu akiniona anaweza sema mimi pia ni part of the youth, so I don't know how that works, but honestly, I don't think so. But it's not because I think it's because we have a problem with our values. Sisi wote as Kenyans. Like what do we value as Kenyans? Unajua, like, cause unaweza pata mtu anataka like to get into power. Yes, you want to change the, but you also want to feel as if you are in power.
Exactly.
And that's not the point of leadership. The point of leadership is to guide a group of people into us, like in a certain activity, or like show them okay, so hapa hivi tumeshindwa kufanya, tutafanya nini, because we can't all make the decision. You know, we need one person to take the nini, and I feel like values zetu haziko aligned vile, na feel bado hata wakikam ni kama, I don't want to mention like names, but kuna say during protest walikuwa come up, and then later on ikakani kama ameenda side ya nini, the other side,
the sellouts.
You know, so unajiuliza if hawa ndio pia tulikuwa nao kwa streets, because enyewe walikuwa kwa streets. It's not like they were doing it in their beds. Na bado wakaenda hivyo, like shida iko wapi? You know,
everyone has a price, bro. See, that's what they usually say, you know, poverty is the problem.
So if poverty is the problem, then we should try and fix that. Hakuna shida ya hiyo mado, unajua.
So let's go.
In some of the spaces that I've been in, where like there's been like a book launch, and then they do like a panel discussion, or say an artist, a spoken word artist has been featured, and then they do like a panel discussion afterwards. I usually feel like the arts have a chance of changing the political landscape of Kenya. Kwanza, like because art ukiangalie na the art that the Kenyans have made, and then uangalie art that other people have made outside Kenya, just the consciousness that art brings to like avid consumers, na si consumer tu ile ya nimeenda show nimebambika ni hivyo, unajua ni ile ya you engage with their work, like sema kama mtu ameandika about say, I'm trying to think of an example, like an encounter with like the police, right? You know, now maybe you've written it as a poem. You know, it's something that once mtu amekaa chini amesikiza, unaweza anza kujiuliza, okay, but why does this happen? You know,
it's true.
Why do police have a tendency of stopping young men like uko magizani with the intent of kuwatoanisha? I generally...
Do you think that's what's going to happen in 2027?
No, I don't. But it's because I'm a pessimist, and I remember back when I was first voting. Was I first voting or second voting? 2013. We voted 2013, no?
2013, and then 2017, and then 2022.
Yeah. So 2013, back then I was in college campus, right? So at that time, before I started talking to people about like their political views na nini, I used to think maybe like the people my age, as in they're not thinking on tribal lines. Najua like stena niuliza mse, who are you voting for? Aniambie mimi navotia Uhuru. Nguze by the mbona votia Uhuru? Aseme mimi unajua mimi siwezi votia Raila, ajua yeye ni Mluo. Like, you know, and sadly during that period, like a lot of people who I spoke to while in Patia that vibe, and it broke my heart, because I thought we are the change.
Yeah.
And I came to find out we are not the change.
Yeah. So youth are actually tribal, huh?
Like back in 2013, the people I knew.
So
in terms of their voting.
Yeah.
But like right now, I honestly wouldn't know because I haven't been exposing myself to large swathes of people. Because anyway, lazima uonge na watu tofauti ndio ujue the political climate.
So let me.
First off, I would say I have never thought of him in that way, in that regard.
Yeah.
But mostly because one thing I feel interacting with artists, I have come to realize and tell myself is even these big figures, they are people, you know?
They're just as human.
They're just as human. It's just that they were able to do at their time feats that we see are accomplishments like that are huge accomplishments. Sasa nikiangalia like Rao's life because ameingia the political arena like at a very young age na amekuwa a mainstay. The big thing ile mimi nilikuwa najiuliza ni sasa hivi ame pass as in you know there's no like he used to be used as a scapegoat a lot. Unajua?
Yeah, by other politicians.
Yeah, by other politicians, you know. Yeah, so first of all there's no scapegoat.
Yeah.
And then pia I don't think I've been trying to I was speaking with a friend of mine after now his passing. We don't think as there's a political figure in Kenya ule anaweza pass ama ule alipass ule anaweza garner that much seme adoration and like I'm looking for other big words but zinanipotea but like una get influence like ile hadi hakuna politician ule anaweza kuwa alikuwa na so many playful nicknames unajua tinga then akakuwa baba then hata alikuwa aitwa Rao unajua it's nile he was such a big figure like in the political arena and hata he had his hands in cookies jazz zile hata si atujui unajua like cause currently me I wouldn't say like I knew exactly kile alikuwa nafanya just before his passing as in like politically like his alignments kama alikuwa amesha set unajua yes alikuwa amejiset to a certain line but like he was very quiet.
These ones are just like
I would pray we don't.
What?
Because no because
that's interesting. Yeah,
because I feel we don't need enigmas and we don't need like big figures in politics. We need people to come and work.
Yeah, we need collective effort.
Like I would love it to figure a place where we know the people in elected office because of their works, not because of how they move.
Yeah,
you know, not because of their flamboyant speeches. You know, like mimi ningetaka niko najua unachiki James Kamau wow umsetangwa electiwe like vitu zimechange like roads have been paved, all the schools around that area amehakikisha improve the infrastructure, ameweka basketball courts and you know like he's actually trying to uplift the community. See ati mtu anakuja like he's a figure. We don't need a figure. Let
me tell you one thing.
Like inafai kuwa ni kama if you go to like your favorite bakery and like they've had like a baker there for like 10 years and then your baker ende the next days the thing should not change like where hata ufai kujua baker ali change. But I have learned to accept those moments and not to tie my worth to what I create and whether I create or not. So when because those moments might hit me from time to time. When they hit me, earlier on I used to get so down in the dumps and I just beat myself. I'm like, why am I not writing? But then I came to realize first of all I need to be kind to myself. I'm not writing because like nothing is there. You know, sometimes you feel like there's nothing to give and at those moments I take a breath first I have to realize I'm in those moments because if you don't realize unaweza jipata you're digging a well that dried up. Unajaribu kuandika lakini you don't like what you're writing. You know. So I sit in those moments and I just consume.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I consume now hip hop, now like hip hop and rap. I consume a lot of an artist and Aesop Rock, or Rap Ferreira, because they write very in your head type rap.
Conscious rap.
In your head type rap.
There's a difference.
Conscious rap gives it inipatia some air, it's like, conscious rap, but it's
in your head,
like because Kama, like Aesop Rock has a song where
Aesop Rock
Aesop Aesop
okay, I don't know him. I'll check you, I'll look him up.
Aesop Rock.
Oh, interesting.
So he has a song where he just describes an encounter where he goes into like his New York apartment and finds like an intruder, and that's the whole song.
Okay, fascinating.
What do I want people to feel? I don't think I have any one thing. I hope that my words move people.
Yes.
I hope they actually make sense. Because at times I feel like I'm just untangling static in my mind, from my mind's head, So it feels like it's static, and I've given people static, and how are they supposed to get this, And I hope they have space to hold the writing. I feel sometimes I can be a bit cryptic, and my writing needs like more time to consume.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I like that. You're a deep guy.
I'm trying to think of the piece. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
let's go.
I am learning Latin to commune with the dead, attuning my head to the false facts I've already read. History isn't immune to the lead, skewed to look to the lead like something worthwhile to look back on. Why does the Bible have a King James version? The same reason I'm spitting a Frankenstein verse in place of a sporadic writing session with the SI, the mess I make, pen to paper. It's like my hand has no sense at all. When I take mental notes, I do it in cursive. Akili ni cursive, vile na strain kupass these thoughts sans acid na nisikam flaccid. Aggressively passive when I'm passive aggressive. Stick to my guns, my palms, sweat adhesive. Am I a free spirit, or am I just impulsive? Paint absurdism as you would paint a chasm. Sway to self-induced muscle spasms. Brush strokes don't matter. Let the hues meander utter. I must insist. Time is like incest, it's all effing relative, like the paint splatters of a Pollock. Is it art, or did he just peddle bollocks? I walk off and keep it walking, like Christopher hawking these metaphors. What's this obsession with being metaphor? I metamorph a meteor into a bust with a chisel, and dust gets carried by a gust. Epiphanies, disguised as peonies. My fingers lead me to believe I could be a pianist, gently tickling keys, jangling, dangling keys. Seems like galaxies to an infant. In fact, I know enough to know that I know nothing, still unearthing. Barefoot hippie just learnt earthing. The brave die once, I braved countless deaths, boundless depths. I dove in quest for acceptance from myself. I still haven't found it. Acceptance from the crowd then leaves me confounded. Name a project, F the unwashed masses.
Jeez.
Then have it crowdfunded. Philosophical pundit, lost in thought while I bake a burnt cake, then pump fake, like I only need one take. Life has to be lived. The only way out is through. Like, you have to live life. You can't not live life, Even when you're not living life, you're still living life.
Yeah.
So you just have to find a way to get through it.
Damn.
Even the hard times, hata afadhali useme nimejeka kwa cocoon, lakini unajua you're still living life, Because time doesn't stop. Yeah, so I think that would be the one thing. Yes, I am working on a musical thing, like a rap thing. I was hoping to be done by today.
What?
So that I can give you like a sample. But
I know, man. That would have been amazing. We would review the songs over here. So you're actually a rapper as well?
I've been delving into rap.
Yeah.
Because I love rap. And I feel poetry doesn't have as much replay value as rap.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, because I'd like to just hop on a beat and just So it depends if I have work. So what I do for work is I am a home baker. I make cakes for a living.
Nice.
Yeah, so if I have work, which I do have this weekend, so I'll just work on cakes during the day. Then in the evening, just chill in the house. If I don't think I have anything coming up this weekend.
So tell people how they can reach you for push your biashara, bro. Put your brand out there.
Yeah. So if you are in the market for cake, look for me at Toothies_KE. Toothies, that is TOOTHIES_KE on IG.
Nice. Good stuff, dude.
Yeah.
And then, of course, your creative brand. What's your social media?
Oh, so, it feels like this is another conversation, but about the creative brand, I have like a different persona now that I am hoping to share. Let us hold that, and then when I come, I will share that.
It's all good. It's all good, man. Take your time, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, you guys. Be blessed.
Nishukuru sana pia mazee.
Nice one.